Hey guys, welcome to Coding Simplified, and now we'll see that how to use for loop in JavaScript, right? So first of all, why we use for loop? So let's say that we want to print from 0 to 4. So what is the way that, and let's say you define I equal to 0, so you can print it basically like console.log I, then print I plus 1, then I plus 2, I plus 3, and I plus 4, right? So that's the way of printing if you want to print from 0 to 4, right? So now you could see here that basically there is a flow. So whenever there is a pattern, whenever there is a flow that you want to execute for repetitively, right? So for that we can use for loop, right? So what we can do that rather than executing a statement one by one in line, we can apply for loop. So this is how we execute that. This is a for. Now here we define that I equals to 0 and I less than equals to 5, I plus plus, and here just write console.log and I, right? And in fact, even if you don't define here, then it is fine. So you can see that it is printing from 0 to 4, right? So whenever you want to execute a statement repetitively, then you can use for loop, right? So this is how we execute. So this is basically the initial condition. This is the initial condition. So what we are saying, we are defining that I equal to 0, start for loop from I equal to 0, and this is the condition. So it always check while executing this statement that if this condition matches, then only it will execute this statement. So like in this case, we are checking if I is less than 5, yes, then execute the statement, then again go in this condition. So this is basically this happens after this executing statement, that now what I should do. So it is basically incrementing, that increase the I by plus 1. So now I equal to 1, again it will go in this condition, that if I is less than 5, so yes, 1 is less than 5, again it will go execute this one. So it will execute 1, again it will go in increment condition. So it will do I equal to 2, right? And this will happen till I is less than 5. When I is greater than 5, then it will go out of the loop, right? So this is how we execute the for loop. So like in fact, and this is you can even write I equals to I plus 2, right? So you can see now it has printed 0, 2, and 4, right? So now in fact what you can do, that rather than initializing in for loop, in fact you can initialize earlier. So like what you are doing, that initialize outside the for loop, and then also it would work fine. So and just leave this as free, and now even if you operate, this would work fine, right? Now the same thing you can do incrementing condition here as well. So after executing, just put a condition, just put this incremental condition here, that what you want to do. So after executing, I want to have I equal to I plus 2, right? Then also it would work. But this condition is mandatory, because if you won't put this condition, so there won't be any way so that it can go out, right? So let's say if there is no such condition, so in this what would happen, you can see it as printing again and again, right? So now I need to go out of the loop. Okay, again there is no way, so the only way is to close it because now it has gone into infinite loop. So it is necessary that you apply condition. But let's say if you don't apply condition, so now you can also terminate whenever from this loop. So if you don't apply condition here, what you can do, you need to basically terminate from here. So here you can say if I equals to 6, then break. So now you can see that we have basically terminated through this break, right? So basically we can apply break and continue in for loop, that we will see later in other tutorial. So for here that what I need to explain is, this is how you explain that this is for your initial condition. So let me write it again. This is for the initial condition, this is for your terminating condition, let's say 5, and this is your incremental condition, that how you want to execute or increase, right? So this is how we use for loop, that whenever you want to execute the some statements repetitively for a certain condition, then you can use for loop. So that's it guys for this video, and in next video we'll see that how we can use the while loop. So do watch that video, and thanks guys for watching the video. If you have liked it, so please like the video and subscribe the channel for more such videos. Thank you.